Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to my class. So my name is Dragana and I will be your teacher for today. So welcome once again. So as you can see, today we have a very interesting lesson. It is called talking about activities at a festival. So this will be our main topic for today. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able uh, to talk about activities at a festival. So the things that you do when you go to a festival. Um, and also you will be able to learn the correct pronunciation of the sounds the and t. So these are the sounds that we will practice today. And since they are very important in English, they are very similar to each other. So I hope that you will be able to learn it correctly today. And you will also be aware of some vocabulary relating to today's topic. Okay? So we will now start with our first exercise for today, and that is a warm up. So as you can see, now we have three photos of some festivals, and as you can see, they are very colorful and they show us some people that are having fun and enjoying it and the way they celebrate it. And we have a question for today. So, talk about a festival that you have been to. Okay? So, we will start with Ha. So, hello, Ha. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Hello, my teacher. Hello, everyone. My name is Hà. I am from Hải Phòng. Um, I'm sorry. I'm not Spanish.
Can you repeat that last sentence?
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm
let's try again. Okay, so let's try again. Hello, Ha. Can you hear me clearly?
yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, tell me, have you ever been to a festival? Aha, okay. So I will wait for you so you can write in the chat box and tell me when you will be ready for the class, okay? Okay, so hello, Ha, once again. So thank you very much for joining the class. Uh, so
I'm sorry.
let's yeah, it's not a problem. So tell me, have you ever been to a festival?
Yes, I have. I have been to Hoa Phượng Festival, Hoa Phượng Đỏ Festival in Hải Phòng. Uh, um, the festival is held um, on the 15 in on the 15 in May. Uh, yes, and
And what kind of festivals do you like?
yes, um, Carl, I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so what kind of festivals do you like? Do you like music festivals, food festivals?
Yeah, I like music and food and dance in festival.
Okay. And what do you usually do at these festivals?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so what do you do when you go to a festival? What do you do to have
Uh,
fun?
I eat some fruit and shopping and go to shopping and nói
Okay, very good. That was enough. So thank you, Ha, for doing this exercise with me. And now we will move on to the next exercise. So our next exercise is free talk. And as you can see, we have two students now. So student A and student B. And the two of them are talking about activities at a festival. So in this exercise, since we are going to work in pairs, we can discuss the festivals that we like. We can also mention what we do when we go to these festivals, what kind of activities are fun and what kind are not, and things like that. So, how we will do this exercise together again. So, you can be student A and I can be student B. Okay?
yes.
Would you like to start first?
Um, what?
So, tell me, do you have a favorite festival?
I think famous festival is Hoa Phượng Đỏ Festival and Tết Festival
Mhm.
and
And okay.
yes.
So, tell me, why do you like that festival so much?
Um, I think I don't work and I stay home and I go to go to shopping with my friend and family. Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what activities do you usually do when you go to a festival?
Where? When you go, ai làm gì? Biết trả lời.
So what do you usually do to
I
have
go
fun?
to around waiting. I go to around the festival and mm, go to shopping and and eat some food.
Mhm. Okay. And who do you go with to the festival? Do you go with your family, with your friends?
I go to I go to the festival with my family and friend and my children.
Mhm. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ha, for doing this exercise with me. You did a very good job. Now let's check out the next exercise. So, as you can see, now we have a dialogue between Mark and Liam, and the two of them are going to help us learn how to talk about activities at a festival. Okay? So, I will read this dialogue first. So, I would like you to please try and pay attention to my reading and my pronunciation. And after I am finished, I will just mention some words that I consider are important for you to learn from the dialogue. And after I'm finished with all of that, it will be your turn to read. Okay? Let me start reading now. You know what? There is a fall family festival coming up. Oh, really? I didn't know that. When? Next week. A lot of families will be there. Will there be games at the festival? Yes, there will be a lot of games. Can you name some? There will be karaoke, face painting, bowling, baseball, and so on. Karaoke sounds interesting. Okay? So this is the dialogue that we have for today, and as you can see, it's about the activities, about the things that we do in order to have fun when we go to a festival. So now let me go over some vocabulary that is important for you to remember. So first we have a fall family festival. So this is not a name of the festival, but it just mentions that the first word fall, meaning that the festival happens in the fall or as we also know it, autumn. The second word is family. So means that the festival is family friendly, meaning that you can bring your family with you. So your children, your spouse. and all of you will have a lot of fun at the festival. And it says coming up. Coming up meaning that this festival will be soon. So soon you will be able to visit it. Coming up meaning that it will happen in a few days. Um, and the games that they mention here are karaoke, face painting, bowling, baseball, and so on. So, out of these, I think that maybe face painting will not be familiar. So it's nothing related to art, let's say, but just having fun and drawing on your face, not meaning makeup like mascara or something like that, but just painting to make your face seem uh, more fun or things like that. So a lot of people would kind of paint hearts or additional eyes on their face and things like that. So something uh, to make it more fun and to make them noticeable to other people. And Liam says that karaoke sounds very interesting, maybe even fun for him, so he might try that. So now we are going to read this dialogue together. So Ha, you will read as Mark, and I will read as Liam, okay?
Okay. Yes. You know what? There is a from family festival coming up.
Mhm.
Already. Oh
Oh,
yes.
really? I didn't know that. When?
Like a lot of families will be there.
Will there be games at the festival?
Yes, there will be a lot of games.
Can you name some?
There will be karaoke, face painting, pouring, baseball, and so on.
Mhm. Karaoke sounds interesting. Okay, so now how we are going to read this once again, but this time I will read as Mark and you will read as Liam. Is that okay?
Yes.
You know what? There is a fall family festival coming up.
Already, I didn't know just when.
Next week, a lot of families will be there.
Green Rare became a festival.
Mhm. Yes, there will be a lot of games.
Yeah. Can you name some? Can you name
Uh,
some?
there will be there will be karaoke, face painting, bowling, baseball, and so on.
Karaoke sounds interesting.
Okay, very good, Ha. Thank you very much for reading this with me. You did a very good job. So I hope that all of you will have the time after the lesson to read this dialogue once again. So make sure that you understood everything and that you remembered the words that I asked you to pay special attention to, okay? So please check them once again after the class so that the next time that you have to discuss today's topic, you will be able to use the vocabulary from the dialogue. So now let's check out the next exercise. So This exercise is a bit different than the previous one because now we have to practice two sounds, two pronunciations. So the ones that we have for today are d and t. These two sounds are very common in English, but most of all, they are very similar to each other. So sometimes uh, there might be a problem in pronunciation of these sounds, meaning that you will pronounce the, but you can hear it as t, or you have to pronounce t, but you hear as d. So these two are very hard to distinguish sometimes, to make a difference between them. So that is why we have to practice them today. And thankfully, we have 8 words that are going to help us with the pronunciation. So I will read these words first. So I would like to ask you to please pay attention to my reading and my pronunciation. And after I am finished, you are going to read as well. Okay? So let me start. Glad, height, concert, find, friend, mint, tired, about. So let me read one more time. Glad, height, concert, find, friend, mint, tired, about. Okay, so these are the words that we have for today. So now let's hear you read. So Ha, can you please read the words from the slide?
Yes, glad, hide, concert, find, friend, mint, tired, about.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Ha, very much for reading. So now let's check out the second part. So now we have the same sounds, the same words, but they are put in two groups. Why is that? Well, in order to help us understand or learn properly the difference between the sounds. So first we have the words with the sound, and those are glad, find, friend, tired. So glad, find, friend, tired. Okay? And the second group are the words that have t sound. For example, height, concert, mint, about. Okay, so height, concert, mint, about. So let me read once again. Glad, find, friend, tired, height, concert, mint, about. So both sounds, at least in these suggested words, are at the end of the pronunciation. So we have to make it clear when we pronounce it. So we cannot just say gla. So we have to make sure that the and t sounds are heard because they are very important in this part. Okay? So let's read once again. So Ha, can you please read?
Yes, glad, side, friend, tired, hide, conscious, mint, about. Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Ha, for reading. And I hope that after the class, all of you will have the time to read these words once again. So pay attention to which words use which sound for the pronunciation. So pay close attention to it. And as I said, read it once again after the lesson. So if you read these words today properly, so you will have no problem when you have to use it in a conversation. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to move on to our next exercise, and that is also our final exercise for today. So as you can see, we are going to work in pairs now, but this time you will be a pair with me, and we are going to discuss today's topic. So I hope that you will enjoy it and that it will be easy for you as well. And we will talk about the activities that we do or that we like to do when we go to a festival. So it can be so it can be the activities that you like to do, or just activities in general that we do at a festival. And here you have some sentence suggestions. So you probably know them already because they are from today's dialogue. So they are here used just as suggestions. So that means that you can use them in the exercise if you want, or if you don't want, you can add some sentences of your own. And we have three situations to choose from. Situation number one, there will be tasty food at the festival. So, meaning that your first activity would be eating. So, trying out the food at the festival. So, trying to eat as much as you can, trying to try as many foods as you can. Number two is that your favorite singer will sing at the festival. So this is another activity. So it means that you will probably have a lot of fun. You will dance and sing and listen to your favorite singer. And the last one, you will meet a lot of new friends at the festival. So, in this final one, so the activity that you will enjoy at the festival is meeting new people. So, learning more about other people that are not from, let's say, your town, from your country. So, trying to meet as many as you can. So now what you are going to do is choose one situation, so choose one picture, and we will have a conversation about it. So tell me, Ha, which situation have you chosen?
Anh ơi, em không dám. Yes. I'm sorry. Can you speak? Can you repeat?
Yes, of course, of course. So now you will choose one context. So choose one picture, and we will have a short conversation
Em
about
gọi
it.
phòng
Okay?
xa xa của chị Hà ngân hàng bác ạ. Thành nào? Đoàn Tá Thành như là
So which one would you like to choose?
activie này mới thay cho con ấy lên nhìn xa thôi nhá, nhìn nghĩ không đúng đúng không? Giờ cháu giật mình. Trông nó tí tướng tá con vợ, tẹt. Con này không tẹt, chỉ gãy thôi này. Yes. Trông xa chứ con Hà đâu không con nào. Tất nhiên, chị Hà đẹp hơn.
So will you choose picture one, picture two, or picture 3?
I choose contact number 3.
Okay, very good. So tell me, when you go to a festival, what do you usually like to do?
I like 84 nữa thì con vợ cứ gọi cho khoảng 86, 85. Quá tí nữa thì khoảng 86 thì cháu con vợ con vợ 89 là già. Con vợ 89.
So what do you do to have fun?
Công nhận không? Mày chụp ảnh cho mày già hơn đó. Ui nhưng mà nó coi thấy ai vợ chồng cháu có hội chồng có anh như thế nào? Già mình vẫn trẻ, bạn đừng có nói thì tôi cho bác xem. Vật dám phỏng cháu già hơn như này. Cháu già hơn chồng cháu thì có. Không mày không trông không giống mẹ nó ấy, trong mặt bé non búng là sữa như thế thì còn mày cháu đúng là nó chỉ đen chứ nó mà trắng thì ngon đời đấy. Ngon đời, nó đen nó vẫn đẹp hơn mày. Mà sao cái nhân chung của cháu nó rõ là nhân chung của chồng cháu nó rõ nhỉ, cái mồm nó
Okay, so tell me, Ha, so what do you do to have fun?
Ngồi rõ nhìn chồng cháu nó béo nhưng cái mặt nó có đến nỗi đâu. Không đến nỗi đâu, chỉ là con nợ thôi nhưng mà
what do you do at festival?
I think dance with my friend and I think dance with my friend and
So you go with your friend, and what do you do there?
they dance.
So do you try new food? Do you dance? So what do you do?
And they are food. Eating food. They are eating food. And around go to around.
Okay. And what festival do you like to visit?
I like to visit the Hội An Festival.
Okay, very good. So thank you very much for doing this exercise with me. Ha, you did a very good job. And now that we have finished with the material, I would like now to go over the assessment. So, Ha, since you're the only student participating today, so I will write in the chat box how you did in today's class. First, regarding the dialogue exercise, so you did a very good job reading it, and it seems that you understood everything correctly, everything properly. You didn't seem to have any trouble with the dialogue, with the pronunciation exercise as well. So it seemed like you understood everything properly, that there weren't any questions or misunderstandings. Your When it comes to grammar, it's the same situation. So you didn't make any mistakes. You didn't seem to have any problems. So that is very good. But regarding the final exercise, you were you did well when you had to, let's say, express yourself to talk in English, but it seemed as though you needed a bit of time in order to think about what you want to say, to think about how to say it, and I'm not sure whether you were unable to understand me or you just couldn't hear me clearly. If that is the case, that means that you have a slight problem with listening to someone speak in English. So you are not sure. It's easier for you to read rather than listen to someone. But that can be improved with the practice. So I hope that you will continue to practice your English and continue to improve. The thing when it comes to pronunciation, it's very important that we are clear and easy to understand. So I hope that, as I said, you will continue to practice and to continue to improve your English. In case you have a problem, let's say learning the new vocabulary or learning the new pronunciation, so check this link in the chat box. So it's the link to Cambridge Dictionary. This dictionary will be very helpful for those who want to learn new words or to learn the correct pronunciations. So I hope that you will have the time to check it once again after the class. And also, I have one more link for you, and that is this site, so BBC 6-Minute English. So since I said, that it's easier for you to read in English than speak in English, I hope that you will check this link because this is BBC's site, and almost each day they post an article in English, of course. And you can practice first reading the whole article. So the article is very short, so you won't have any problems with it. Also, they give you the recording of someone else reading that same dialogue, so a native speaker. So you can first try reading the dialogue alone, and then you can try listening to someone else read it. So this will be very helpful to improve your listening. And one other way how you can practice is listening to to the person reading and following the dialogue. So you are basically at the same time reading and listening. So I hope that you will check both of these sites after the class, and I hope, of course, that both sites will be helpful to you, that you will be able to improve as you use them for practice. So for your homework, please check the material once again. So make sure that you learned everything properly. Try to finish your topical homework after the class, so it will help you practice once again everything that we did today. Don't forget to rate our lesson, but most importantly, don't forget to practice and to have fun with your English. So I hope that you will have a very lovely day and that I will have the chance to teach you next time. See you guys. Bye.